Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are going to be discussing what would happen if Star Trek and Star Wars interacted. This is not a Star Trek versus Star Wars, which one's better, who would win in a fight. This is more of how would they would interact between the two if they were to ever meet the two galaxies. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a few rules to make sure that everybody plays on the same field here. Alright, rules are as follows. One, alpha canon is going to be the shows and the movies. So whatever shows up in the Star Trek movies and shows, whatever shows up in the Star Wars movies, that's the main canon we're going to use. Beta canon is the video games. Alright, we're going to go with those, as well as tabletop games like the RPGs, things of that nature. Alpha canon always trumps beta canon. Beta canon will trump Charlie canon. Charlie canon will be books, the fictional novels, things of that nature. We are not using tech manuals. The reason why we're not using tech manuals is due to the fact that both IPs do not have a solid set of rules on physics and other things. Writers change how the rules work between movies, between episodes, to fit whatever they need to do in order to make the show or movie entertaining, not necessarily remain consistent. So that's why we're throwing the tech manuals out, because they don't work. It's just end of discussion. It ain't gonna work. But we are going to keep in mind power values in terms of in comparison to other things. So we're going to be comparing like things to like things as much as we can. For factions, we're going to be using the United Federation of Planets, the Klingon Empire, the Romulan Star Empire, the Cardassian Union, the Dominion, the Borg Collective, and the Ferengi Alliance are the factions we're going to be discussing with Star Trek. For Star Wars, we got the Galactic Empire, aka the Imperials or the Imps, and then we have the Alliance to Restore the Republic, or otherwise known as the Rebellion or the Rebels. Alright, those are the Star Wars factions. We are going to be including criminal factions from both universes, but they're not going to be a mainstay. I would say the Star Wars faction, criminal factions, are going to be a much bigger component than the Star Trek ones. Alright? For the timeline, we're going to be going with Star Trek is going to be right after the Dominion War, and for Star Wars, it's going to be right after the Battle of Yavin 4, aka the first Death Star. I picked these two time periods because they represent the best chance of the two universes interacting in a meaningful way where one will not steamroll the other, essentially, if there is any fighting. Categories that I'm going to be going over. I'm going to be discussing technology from both in a comparison manner, societal focuses, societal values, psychology, tactics, diplomacy, things of that nature. I'm going to be going over each faction individually first, and then I'm going to weave this tale of what would happen if the two were to interact. Now, mind you, I always welcome, constructive criticism. If I've missed something or I got something wrong, please, by all means, let me know. I am not going to scream at you. But mind you, this is not a contest to see who's better. This is what I think would more likely happen, both tactically, psychologically, diplomatically, between the two universes or the two galaxies. And that's what we're going to go with on that one. So I hope you do enjoy this and watch it. This is the introduction part video. Here shortly we will be going into the factions next. Alright, so I will see you all shortly and enjoy.